one time my sister called him a name, and without thinking, I just grabbed this cast iron pan off the stove at my family's restaurant and I knocked her out. Like, she fell. And she was like out cold for like 5 minutes. And I was like, talk about my husband again. So let me just tell you, these people who write bad reviews, you don't know the old Mila, all right? I am an onion. And I have been like, God has been healing these layers. But don't think that I don't Google Earth your house. Hi, it's me, Mila, and welcome to Okayish Advice. Is it the best advice? 100% no. But it's advice, and I've been through some things. I have friends who have been through things, and we're all still here, and I think we're all in therapy, but it's fine. So welcome to my podcast. Is this going to be my first show? Yeah. Oh my God. This is the first show, and it's just me because, I can handle this. I'm fine. We're fine. Anyways, okay. Welcome to my first show. I'm super excited. I've always wanted to do this, and I always feel like I have something to say. So, okay, what is my first question that my sweet little customers have asked me?
All right, so how has God remained at the foundation of your life and your business and your family with everything that you have going on? I need practical advice. What is your routine?
Okay. Well, everybody knows that I am always been a hot mess, and I always have something going on. I don't know if somebody's cursed me or if this is just my lot in life to be bigger than life, kind of, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, sometimes I'm trash and my life is crazy. And sometimes I feel really far away from God, and I don't know, sometimes you feel like the craziness of life has pushed you so far away, and you don't know how to get back to feeling like you have faith. You know what I mean? And so I feel this is basically how I do it. Okay. So these are my little notes. I'm professional. The first thing that I do is I take away distractions. So I put on worship. I put on worship throughout the house. I'll blast it at the restaurant. There's been customers who've walked in. I've had a bad day, and I'm like, listen, we're listening to worship because we need Jesus, because the devil has resided in this place. So I turn on worship. I try, and even just washing dishes, whatever, I will turn a sermon on. Just something to kind of give me some kind of breath of life in my soul. And I just try to take away those distractions because, you still have to live life, So that's what I do. I also have friends I can call, which is really cool. But I kind of I just tell God, God knows, I'm okay, it's me. I'm feeling yucky. I'm not feeling who I'm supposed to be, I think the major way that I've kept God in my life is especially the last few years, God has put on my heart to renew my mind. And I think a lot of people think of that as, just waking up every day and having a good attitude, I guess. But I've learned that renewing your mind is getting healing, which is so hard. Going back and having looking at your trauma and healing that, because this is crazy. And this has helped me with parenting my own kids, is as a kid, you grow up and you think that your parents know everything, right? Well, they're just as much as a hot mess, if not even more than you are as a parent. So you basically have to look at everything that you've been taught about being a Christian, about being who you are, and asking God to show you the truth. And it's a journey. And you have to go back and you have to realize that basically you've been raised by people who have trauma, and then their parents had trauma and trauma and trauma and trauma. So it's like insane. And it's basically your job as an adult to be released from that. And the more that you release that, the more that you can have like God in your life. And God doesn't come to me like this big booming voice. It's not like that at all. Like just going through the day, he puts specific people like in my life to speak life, or he shows me that I'm not forgotten. He shows me it in my kids, in my day-to-day life, with the restaurant and just being human. So like, that's how, he speaks to me, really. And it's not anything crazy, and I'm not like a prophet or anything like that. He just gives me vision, and I constantly, because it's so easy to give up. Like, I don't think people realize, like, I have Erica and Riley here with me, and they are a freaking testament to the crazy that happens at the restaurant. Like, I mean, we have people, I'm like, this person is manifesting the devil. Like, absolutely not, like, it's crazy. And a lot of times it can be so overwhelming, and like, but it's these little things that keep me going and remind me. Like, I tell myself all the time, I'm like, okay, faith as big as a mustard seed. That's all that I need. And then God will take it from here, and when I get anxiety and everything, I'm like, okay, Jesus, like that's all that I need. It's just faith as big as a mustard seed. If I can give you that, then like you can make everything happen. So yeah, renew your mind. And as soon as you start praying for God to like show you how to renew your mind, good luck, friend. You're an onion. Just like layer after layer after layer. And it's crazy, but it's so good. And then you get to see, like, I get to see the goodness of that in my kids, and, them seeing me just heal and try and be a good person and have open communication with them about what's going on. And it turns them into like good little humans, and I love them. And then my last thing is that I surround myself with good people. Riley, there is a squirrel on the fence, literally staring at us. Do you see it? Oh my God. We have a squirrel that will literally turn our internet off if we don't feed it. And I hope to God that the neighbors have fed it, or else we're about to go dark. It's like our whole neighborhood is terrorized by this squirrel. Watch, my kids are like, the Wi-Fi's not working. It's the squirrel mafia. Surround yourself with good people, okay? Like, I have a certain number of friends that I can call at any time and be like, please pray for me. Like, lift me up, And I always try to, like, I don't want to be, my dog is trying to come over here and there are so many wires. Dolly, go lay down. Go lay down, my child. Go lay down. Go. She's acting like she's never had love ever in her life. Thank you. Go lay down. She's not little either. She's like a Great Dane. So she's like, please, I want to be on camera. My debut. But surround yourself with good people. Pray intentionally for friends to surround yourself with that will lift you up. And in turn, you got to be that person for everybody else too. And, my friends know, like, I will call you on my break at the restaurant. Like, I will, send you a voice message or a Marco Polo. Like, I will pray for you. And so I have, like, on my mirror in my bathroom, all, like, the prayer requests of things that I need to pray. And when I wash my face at night and when I'm getting ready in the morning and doing all that, I intentionally, like, pray those prayers. So I think that's, like, probably the best way to answer that question.
That's great.
Does that sound great? Did I miss something?
I don't think so. I mean, I think the only thing we were talking about is how to be like holy and not hood.
Oh, let me tell you, like, to be holy and not hood, how hard that is. Like, I literally, when Matt and I were first married, and I mean, I grew up in the church, like whatever, okay? And I feel like especially in Colombia, it seems to be a thing. Like, everybody who has been hurt by the church lives here. Like, I swear, we're all like, I grew up in the church, and here's my church-related trauma. But when Matt and I were like first married, it was insane how angry I was because of that like church hurt and stuff. And like, I mean, one time my sister called him a name, and without thinking, I just grabbed this cast iron pan off the stove at my family's restaurant and I knocked her out. Like, she fell and she was like out cold for like 5 minutes. And I was like, talk about my husband again. So let me just tell you, these people who write bad reviews, you don't know the old Mila, all right? I am an onion, and I have been like, God has been healing these layers. But don't think that I don't Google Earth your house. No, just kidding. Am I? Do I look at your Facebook and remember your name so the next time I see you, I can pray for you while you're in line waiting? Maybe. Maybe not. Do we have a list of people?
I'm about to make a cork board.
Yeah, I'm about to make a cork board. I swear. Wouldn't that be kind of funny? Do you think we would offend like everybody?
Yes.
Okay, fine. I won't do that. I won't offend people. I'm trying not to offend people by being real. Like, I'm not perfect at all. I'm not like, oh, I just... Dolly! My friend Christy's here, and we're going to record the next episode. But I feel like I did a good job. I tried to. I told you she was a big dog. Thank you so much. Alexa says someone's at the front door. Yes, the government is listening, but it's fine. Thank you so much for listening. I love you. Like, subscribe on all my things. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. All right, I did it. I love you. Tanti Bachi. Thanks for listening to Okayish Advice.